Hey, Blue Table fans! Today we're going to take a look at 3 Squiggoths. Now, Squiggoths are these giant, I guess you describe them as elephantine creatures. There are 2 models produced by Forge World. One is the regular Squiggoth, which is about the size of a large tank, maybe taller. And then there's the gargantuan Squiggoth, which these represent, which is obviously much larger. So let's go ahead and just give each of these a little turn so you can appreciate them in their full glory. Now, this client commissioned me for the lowest version of what I offer. So basically, to get this done at all, the job description is change one of these Lord of the Rings elephants called Mumaks into a Squiggoth, which obviously it has a howdah. And in order for these to be tournament legal, we had to reach certain dimensions, and that's why they're so crazily over the top. Now for orcs, this actually fits because, you know, orcs are kind of over the top like that. And so there's a lot of battle wagon parts, there's a lot of tank parts, things from other kits. I mean, it's too much to even go over. And so basically, yeah, we built the howdahs, we put these orc gobs, the client wanted us to remove the elephant trunks so they would look more squiggy, and went in and just added, you see, this little Dark Angels panel here. Now on the camera, for whatever reason, they seem a little shinier. These are definitely matte. I'm going to matte coat them. Tails removed for same reason. And yeah, just a lot of things here. We converted up big Zappas. Those usually have coils or something blue on them to sort of differentiate them from other weapons. Of course, in 8th edition, it doesn't matter where the weapon's mounted. Everything's just sort of measured from the model, and you can just shoot everything from, you know, any point in the model, which I think is a nice abstraction and something I really like about Warhammer 40k 8th edition. It basically favored abstraction in the form, in favor of smooth play, so I really liked that. So, alright, let's get rid of this guy. We've seen enough of him. We did put these Goth symbols, like this black and white checkers on there. That's one of the orc tribes. And we'll get rid of this guy and move in another guy. So this was the first one that we did. This was kind of like the prototype. And there's definitely a lot to it. So I've got the side of an Ultramarines Rhino there, which I think is a really nice touch. Now this guy has tusks that were transplanted in from Ogre Kingdom's pieces, and I think they look really good. And we took rubber bands and super glued them on, and that's what makes those wrappings there. So pro tip on that. This back here actually is a big Zappa, the official one from the Battle Wagon kit. Let's see if I can focus it. In fact, let's just take a closer look at this guy. So tons of weathering, variation, different types of panels. You know, we did a lot to make the Shudas, even though they came from other races, to put on extra panels and make them look very orky. And yeah, guys, there's just so many pieces on these, and we didn't want the elephants to be green, so we used khaki. We used sort of these military greens. We washed them, and you notice the bases. So the bases of the Mumaks actually are embossed, and they have dead horse riders of Rohan on them, and we covered that all up with texture and a lot of this battle detritus on here. Now on the feet of the Mumaks, you don't really see it, but we muddied them up and actually mixed in a little bit of grass where they've just been sort of tramping through the battlefield. And so hopefully this serves the client well. Now for scale, I have the 3rd Mumak here, and I put these trade-in orcs. These orcs were not painted by Blue Table Painting, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what this thing will look like when it is manned. And there's a guy. There's a lot to these models. We really put a lot of attention to detail on them, and quite frankly, you could probably fit, if you tried, you could probably fit maybe 15 orcs on. Oh, hello. I wasn't really focusing very well. Sorry about that, guys. This one, I love this. This has the sort of scoop from the battle wagon on the back. I think that's really cool. And the assembler really took care to like make them make sense, you know, just a little bit. So there's like a ladder here where that's where they can climb up. That's obviously made from rhino hatches. And I mean, there's just so much on these guys. I mean, you could just keep looking at them for like an hour and still see new and interesting things on them. These plates here, they're held on, well, they're held on by super glue, but the artist again used super glue and rubber bands to make those straps, like they've strapped leg plates on them. And again, with the blue color on the big Zappas to sort of differentiate those, and a big gob on the Mumaks. So, guys, this has been really an incredible project. In fact, I want you guys to see one of these from the top. So I'm going to go ahead and raise up my camera here. Yes. Here we go. We'll just get this guy here, and they're all incredibly detailed like this. Like, there's a lot of space up here to put models, gangways, chains, lots of like miscellaneous pieces on there. Is that even in focus? Not really. Let's see if I can focus that in just a little bit better. So a lot of like interesting areas. In fact, let me get the first one I showed you out. I just want to show you the top part of that. So there you go. Lots of really cool stuff here, guys. And again, I definitely included, like, you know, pieces as if they had been brought from like other tanks and stuff, you know, but I didn't want to go overboard. I didn't want them to look like a hodgepodge. So, but it's definitely here and there. No matter which angle you look at it, you can see a little something special, you know, looted stuff. So guys, let's just pull back a little bit. We'll take one last look at these guys, because they are shipping out today. And there you go. You've got, and they definitely have, like, if you can see these guys, you would be able to see the actual official Gargantuan Squiggoth model. They have the same, they don't have the same, like, volume, but they definitely have the same dimensions, and since you can hit something while it's being drawn to any point on it, these guys definitely, you know, because of all the pieces that sort of stick out, you definitely can't, you know, just hide these behind scenery that you wouldn't be able to hide an actual Forge World Gargantuan Squiggoth behind. So anyway, I thought this was a really cool idea, cool conversion. I think that these Mumaks would really, they'd certainly make great, you know, regular Squiggoths. You wouldn't have to put such an sort of an exaggerated howdah on it. But they are cool. We put in a lot of effort. There's tons of pieces on them, and I hope you've enjoyed and got your inspiration for the day.